Hey, MD Prepper here with yet another review. This time on the Zebra Billie Pot. I've seen a few videos on YouTube about these, but haven't seen a solid tabletop review of these things. A great cooking little utensil here. Zebra. Heavy duty steel, come in a lot of sizes. This is the smallest size available, the 10 centimeter. You can see right there. They make them in 12s, I believe, 14, 16, 18, all the way up to much larger gear. Zebra apparently makes all sorts of various cook gear for good price. These all are steel, stainless steel, extremely heavy duty. I've had a lot of good service out of these. This one is one that I just now opened up out of the plastic wrapping. I've got another one I've used. This exact same size for a lot, personal camping, that type of thing. You could argue that you might need a bigger one if you've got more than one person. I'm a single guy. When I go out in the bush doing my own thing, I just need to worry about me. So this fits all my needs perfectly fine. The big ones are, of course, more expensive. Here's a view of this thing. It is made in Thailand. If you see there, let's see there, Zebra, made in Thailand. I think it's kind of an odd name. Don't know quite what to make of that. As far as I know, there aren't any zebras in Thailand, because last I heard, zebras were from Africa and Thailand was in Asia. But hey, you can call it whatever you want. It's your company. You got this nice stainless steel handle here up top. Nice little groove. I don't know if you can see that there. Little cut out there so you can attach a handle, something like that, to lift this thing off the fire if you need to. It has some plastic clips here on either side. I've heard some people complain about those, but for general purpose, if you're not sitting it right down in a fire, it works just fine for clamping this lid on ultra tight when you've got the handle on the upper side locked into place. So, unlock this thing, plastic clips come aside, and the top lifts off. Top has a little handle on it as well. Now, once you lift any of these Zebra Billie Pots up, you've got a small little pan here in the upper part of the cup. If you can see that right there. I say, what in the world good is that? Why do I want this thing? I use this personally for bannock or other type of baked goods, including small little pancakes, that sort of thing, bannock, etc. Works real well in this. You say that may not be particularly large. Well, for one guy, this is just fine. You say that's not much of a meal. Well, no, it's not, but I'd rather cook one, get it right, as opposed to accidentally overcooking a large one. If I overcook the first one, I've got spares if I need them. You can do whatever you want in this. You could fry an egg, you could do any number of things. I think this little drop-in is quite useful overall. Now, you do not have to use this with this kit. You can just use the full-size container here, the Billie Pot, and put your top on it, lock it into place. Doesn't lock quite as tight, but only a very little bit of play. You can, of course, boil water in this, which would be an obvious choice. You can make tea. I've done that quite a few times in mine. Throw a tea bag in here, let it boil up, good to go. I like my tea strong, so I like to keep the tea bag in there as long as possible. Otherwise, this thing can boil a heck of a lot of water. You don't have to use the top lid here. You can just hang it over a stove like that if you're just boiling some soup or something like that and you want to keep an eye on it. Highly recommend these. Love it a lot. Nigh on indestructible from what I've seen. It would take a lot, maybe run it over with an SUV, to damage this thing. Now, one thing you may run into, they come with a little pocket guide here, and I'll read it straight from the book here, but you may find once you cook with it, you're going to find a little bit of a rainbow color inside the inner surfaces and all that. Maybe here on the little bannock can cooker that I describe it as anyway. The rainbow color is not a big deal. To quote the little handout, the rainbow color that may occur on the surfaces of this product is due to the chromium oxide. and light reflections from that. Quote, this is not harmful to your health at all. In addition, you can get rid of this color by rubbing with lemon juice and wiping with soft sponge to remove the rainbow color. I've not seen the rainbow color in the one that I use a lot. Not yet anyway. Again, this is a clean one just for demonstration purposes. This one, the 10 centimeter, ran me, I believe, $15, $16 for the whole thing at Ben's Backwoods. Been ordering from Ben's Backwoods a lot. Good prices, great stuff. They have a special going on these. I don't think they offer these 10s anymore. They've got 12s and up at a pretty decent price. I think the 12 centimeter pot is $19.95, something like that. A little pricey for your cheaper end gear, but this is a great kit. You can do just about anything you want with this. Again, if you had to, you could just use this, sit over your pot and stove, and do whatever you wanted to. This pot fits perfectly fine and stable, as well as this little pan here on top of the little folding stove I just did a review of. Can't say enough good things about that folding stove, but this is a good complement to that. In addition, I might recommend you pick up this. It is the Zebra spoon. Same brand. It's got the little zebra symbol here on the back. This is, of course, an Asian style spoon, which I went to college with a lot of Asian guys. I think this style spoon is superior to our standard westernized spoons. They got a flat bottom on them, a fair bit deeper than your standard spoon. Good for pulling up ramen noodles, rice, and water, that type of thing. Anything you need to scoop and bail with this. Now this one, this size pot, this 10 centimeter pot, it fits in there just fine, but it will only fit in there as a single piece with a lid on it. It will not contain the little pan. It'll catch there, and you're going to have problems. I think the bigger pots would not be a problem as far as that goes. Of course, you can use the inside of this pot for storage for little plastic baggies of bannock or rice or whatever in the heck you're carrying out in the woods with you, seasoning, toilet paper, whatever, which I typically prefer to do. Again, the pot was, I believe, 16 bucks. These spoons are only about $1.50. They're stainless steel, very lightweight, easy to wash up. I like these. I like these better than any kind of like hobo tool spoon, that sort of thing. Highly recommend it for $1.50. Again, the Zebra Billie Pot with your little pan insert, if you will. Upper lid here, added bonus if you've got the spoon and you've got this thing sitting over fire without it locked into place. If you're trying to check your bannock, something like that, which if you're cooking that, this is exactly what I recommend. Keep the clasps off, and take your little spoon here, put it under the little handle of the lid, lift it off, poke it with a toothpick, something like that, see how well it's cooked, put it back, good to go. Very secure, very stable, very easy. Anyway, this is the Zebra Billie Pot. Highly recommend these for the reasonable cost. Not the cheapest out there, but these things will last a lifetime. I cannot imagine wearing one of these things out. Again, I think I paid $16 for this one, $1.50 for the spoon. A must-have camping kit. MD Prepper, out.